Welcome to the video, welcome to the channel. My name is Rory. Today, just like you saw in the intro, we're going to make a simple text animation. It's a fall into place type of animation. So let's start out by right-clicking in our media pool, create a new Fusion composition, click create. Let's drag that down into our timeline, and let's hop over into the Fusion page. Now we have our media out node. We're simply going to add a text plus node. We're going to hook that up to our media out. We can see it in the right viewer. Here we're going to type some text. I'm going to stick with the fall into place. You can type whatever you want. Make the font whatever you want. I'm going to go with Poppins. I'm going to go with black. Poppins black. Makes a big nice font. I'm going to bump the size up some to about like that. Now what we're going to do is right click in your text box. Choose follower. Then come up here to your modifiers. Up here is your modifiers. What we're going to do now, in our shading controls, click modifiers, shading. What I'm going to do is come down here to our position, our y-axis. I'm going to make that 0.4, and I'm going to set a keyframe. Now when you set a keyframe, it's going to close up like this and make this path 1. Just ignore that. Double click follower 1. This opens back up. Now make sure your playhead was on 0 when you set that keyframe at 0.4. I'm also going to bump down the opacity to 0 and set a keyframe because we want that to fade in. So now I'm going to come to frame 15. I'm going to take our opacity back up to 1. It's going to set a keyframe. Our position y-axis, I'm going to make that 0 again, and it set a keyframe. So now what we have is this kind of fade in, fall down type of animation. So what we're going to do now is we're going to open our timing tab. Click on timing, order. We want left to right, and set the delay to about 2. So now what we have is our fall into place like such. We can play that back, but we can make that smoother. What we'll do is go into our spline editor, check this first box, it'll mark them all, double click in a blank space, hit Control A on your keyboard to highlight everything, right click, ease, we want out cubic. Now that's going to start out faster and it's going to slow towards the end. We can close that up. So now that's what we have. We can also add some motion blur to that. You want to go back to Tools, Settings, check Motion Blur, and bump your quality up to 10. That'll add motion blur to it. Now we can play that back. It still has to render out. What we can do is let that render. Bring our playhead back to 0 here. We can jump over to our edit page. We can hit home on our keyboard to bring it back to the beginning. We'll hit play, and that's what we have. Pretty simple animation. It's not hard to do. Please like and subscribe if you learned anything. We'll see you in the next video.